how are you doing today? Compliments of the season. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shoma Innocent, and I just want to talk about a very interesting development which actually broke a few hours ago. Now, this is about the former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, who was docked by the EFCC, that's the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, on 16-count charge related to money laundering. Now, it was not just him, but his son and one of his wives as well. Now, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja today ordered the remand of the former Attorney General of the Federation, who's also a senior advocate of Nigeria, by the way. That's Justice Abubakar Malami at the Kuje Correctional Center, pending the hearing and determination of his bail application. Now, Justice Emeka Nwite also ordered the remand of his co-defendants, which is his son, Abubakar Malami, and one of his wives, Hajia Bashir Asabi, at the same facility, that is the Kuje Correctional Center. Now, this actually followed arguments from the defense team and the prosecution counsel. Malami and his co-defendant, his wife and his son, they are facing a 16-count money laundering charge filed against them by the EFCC, like I said earlier in the charge. The EFCC is accusing them of conspiring at various times to conceal, to retain, and to disguise proceeds of unlawful activities amounting to several billions of naira. Now, the EFCC also alleged that the offences, which span several years, notably between 2015 and 2025, that is about 10 years, it involved the use of companies' bank accounts to launder funds, the retention of cash as collateral for loans, and the acquisition of high-value properties in Abuja, Kano, and other locations. The EFCC also claimed that some of the alleged offences were committed while Malami was serving as the Attorney General of the Federation, contrary to the provisions of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act 2011 as amended and the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022. Now, this is very interesting. A few weeks ago, the EFCC invited Malami to their office, and then he said he went to honor the invitation. They had a few questions for him. He answered those questions and he returned home. He says he has nothing to hide. He has no skeletons in his closet, and so he went there, answered the questions, and he left. He was invited the second time, and the next thing we heard, he's in court. He was in court today as well with his wife and his son, and unfortunately for him and the people who love and support him, he may have to spend New Year in jail. Now, while this is going on, of course, Nigerians want to ensure that corruption becomes a thing of the past in the country. So one can say we commend the EFCC and we commend the Nigerian judiciary for how they are fast-tracking this case. But Nigerians are saying, what is good for the goose should also be good for the gander. Earlier today, there was a report that Yahaya Bello has revealed that he will be contesting the senatorial seat, Kogi Central senatorial seat in 2027 against Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. Now, one funny thing about this is that Yahaya Bello recently had his own stint with the EFCC, where he was declared wanted. He was declared wanted by the EFCC for 80 billion naira. The EFCC said he had to account for 80 billion naira, which was missing from the coffers of the Kogi state government. As at the time this thing happened, policemen tried to arrest him, and he was shielded by the current governor of Kogi State, Usman Ododo. The EFCC chairman Ola Olukoyede told us that if he does not prosecute Yahaya Bello, then he will resign. The man is still on the seat today. Yahaya Bello has appeared in court a few times, and he's still working as a free man. One would wonder, should someone who was accused of paying his children's school fees in advance, to the extent that the school had to refund the money to Nigeria, should such a person be allowed to contest for a political position? Or are we back to what Oshomole once said, that once you're a member of the APC, then your sins are forgiven? There is also the question of if he can win against Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. We are reminded of how the road to her hometown was excavated about 28 to 48 hours before the elections in 2023. I know that there are certain people who are in power right now in Nigeria, who are part of our political elites, that have never been caught being involved in any sort of malfeasance, financial or otherwise. But there is the question of if the EFCC under former President if the APC rather, under former President Muhammadu Buhari claimed to have been fighting corruption, and current President Bola Tinubu claims he will continue from where Buhari stopped, shouldn't he also be fighting corruption as well? Doesn't that mean that there should be no element within the APC who have been accused of untoward behavior, misappropriation of funds, or even other issues? It is quite an appalling situation, and as we go into 2026, As a Nigerian, I want you to remember that this country belongs to you as much as it belongs to our political elite. So do everything that you can to save your country, even if all you can do is to speak, even if all you can do is to post on social media and to hold your government accountable. Anyway, I'll keep you updated as more updates unfold on this particular issue. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good day.